It's about let's bring Mr. Afegbua into this. Kasim, join the conversation if you may. It's interesting that Atiku was a former member of the APC. But Mr. Afegbua, tell us, for a lot of the APC members who say, who talk about the PDP, your candidate, the presidential candidate, as though there is trouble if it comes into power. Are you weary of perception issues on what people perceive as when your party come into power, if you're elected, that there is trouble as in the issues of corruption?
You see, thank you very much, Seun. I find it quite interesting that my friend here is talking about a man who was a bona fide member of the APC in 2015, and a man who was worshipped like a semi-god when they were looking for resources to package the present president, Muhammadu Buhari, to come on stream as president in 2015. They enjoy his private jet ride across the country. He made donations in billions and millions. They enjoyed it. That period, they never expected or think about him being a corrupt person. He was, a saint to them, admired, loved, and if you look at the commentaries they gave about him, fantastic testimonials, positive in every sense, about the man called Atiku. Suddenly he joined PDP to try his hands on the presidency and rescue this country from the crass incompetence that we have now, incapacity of the highest order, uncoordinated government that lacks synergy, government that lacks the understanding of the dominant issues that affect the polity as we speak. Now they remember that Atiku is suddenly corrupt. Nobody is going to buy into all those kind of contradictions. People who run double standard commentaries cannot flourish in our present day political emanations, political engagement, constructive bargaining, and what have you. What we are looking at, what you have seen in Sokoto and Ilorin today, in Sokoto yesterday and Ilorin today, is a strong statement, a statement of acceptance of the PDP candidate, a statement that tends to suggest that Nigerians have gotten to a consensus point that this government must be voted out in 2019 because we cannot continue this level of poverty, this level of hunger, deprivation,
all right, Mr. Afegbua, just a moment. Just sorry if I'm aborting. Just a moment.
Government not being able to live up to the expectations of the people.
Let me pause you for a moment because we need to take this break. We'll take a short break, but when we come back, I will still be engaging my guests who are seated in our Abuja studio on the conversation of the issues that will dominate the campaigns for the 2019. Join us again, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. We have been talking about the 2019 presidential race and the issues raised, the chances of the candidates, especially those of the ruling APC and the main opposition party, the PDP. No, we have about 91 political parties in Nigeria, but these two political parties have gone out in campaigns. One party says it's started a door-to-door campaign. The other one has held a second mega rally in another region today. I've been speaking with a spokesperson of the PDP presidential campaign, Mr. Kasim Afegbua, and a member of the APC, Mr. Ayo Oyalawo. Both of them are in our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the program today. Let's continue with the conversation. And let me come back to you, Mr. Afegbua, on what the line of thought that you were. And the big question is the vice president is asking Nigerians to trust President Buhari because he does believe that he's a man that can be trusted. Is it that your candidate cannot be trusted with the resources of the country?
I think, I think this is just like a night-day wonder. Such a statement is very ridiculous, quite funny, because we have seen scenarios where the present president cannot be trusted. Don't forget that we came on board. I was once a member of the APC. We had a manifesto which formed the basis for the present covenant and mandate of the people. where we promised that $1 will be equal to 1 naira, where we promised restructuring, where we promised to declare assets, where the president promised to declare assets publicly, you know. But as we speak, none of this has been achieved. 6 months we said we're going to produce electricity, and if they couldn't produce electricity, they should stone them or stay in APC. Now we are 3.5 years, we are still in darkness. Nothing has improved. The dollar is still we're 365 naira to $1 as we speak today. So asset declaration of the president is still in secrecy. It's not been declared publicly. We only heard that he had 150 cows and a couple of houses here and there. And those 150 cows are still the same cows that we have today. They don't multiply. They are more or less like gay cows that don't produce other cows. And so if a man who cannot manage prosperity, who cannot generate wealth, create wealth, to even reproduce, to manage his 150 cows to raise 45 million, you know, to buy his nomination form, then such a man cannot manage the collective prosperity of Nigerians. That is why he has taken Nigeria from prosperous state to a poverty-stricken state, to the extent that we have 88 million Nigerians living in extreme poverty. This was not the scenario before he came on stream. And as we speak, now that the elections are by the corner, you see them taking some actions that is more or less like going to buy votes indirectly. JAM registration fee has been reduced to 3,500. As if this is the first time they'll be writing JAM under this government. Trader money, they are giving trader money because elections are by the corner. After the Osun election, they suspended trader money. Now they are starting trader money again. JAM has just come up to tell us that in January, that was when they will be selling forms and all of that. Why are you not addressing the critical issues in education rather than this tokenism that will not advance the cause of Nigerians, as it were? So for me, there is nothing to trust in this president. This president has shown clearly that he lacks the capacity to govern this country. We are more polarized now than ever before. There's this disunity along ethnic and religious lines. So we want a kind of unifier, a man who connects with all the intricate logic of the Nigerian Federation, East, West, South, North, and all of that. A man who can create a platform where Nigerians will engage and aggregate issues.
All right, Mr. Afegbua, let's
vision,
just a moment.
Dimension to our public discourse.
The campaign promise of the PDP is to grow Nigeria, to get Nigeria working again. The big question is, with the state of the economy now in the country and the path of infrastructure that we have seen on the ground, what else do you think, or how best do you think your candidate can convince Nigerians on the fact that it has the capacity to take Nigeria's economy to the next level?
Let me quickly make this point clear that I thank the wife of the president, Aisha Buhari, who came out 2 days ago to state categorically that 2 old men are the one bogging down her husband from performing. That is an admission that this government is slow, is not performing. So what a PDP-led government would do is to ensure, to encourage the private sector, the private sector to drive the economy. Government all over the world is not in the business of running government agencies or parastatals or what have you, or government businesses. What you do is to create the enabling environment, build the relevant infrastructure, and ensure that you create that enablement to stimulate foreign investment and also domestic investment. And what the PDP is doing, and what the APC is doing presently, is mere tokenism. They will take 5,000 naira to people in the market, 10,000 naira to people in the market, just by way of buying votes, so that the people will vote for them in 2019 elections.
All right.
Don't forget that
Afegbua, I'm afraid
the APC was able to implement what they promised.
We're out of time, Mr. Afegbua.
Things will not have been that, but they have jettisoned their manifesto.
All right, Mr. Afegbua,
to the extent that they now feel that Nigeria,
we're out of time. I'd like to stop you. Well, that's how far we can go on the program. I must sincerely thank my partner tonight on the program, Mr. Kasim Afegbua, spokesperson of the PDP, and Mr. Yoyalo, a member of the APC. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the program today. So you heard them, a member of the PDP and a member of the APC. You have several other parties to choose from. If you are voting, you heard them. Make your decision. But that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for being part of it. I'm Shion Kimale. Bye-bye.